Is it possible to get 10,000 Primogems in 24 hours as a free-to-play player? A question on my mind ever since I got Raiden Shogun on my females only account. I've seen guides on the internet for fast Primogems. They tell you what to do to get Primogems, like get livestream codes, do events, open chests. However, I'm looking to answer a different question. What should you do to gain Primogems in the fastest way possible? In this video, I push my sanity to the limits in order to answer this question. And as an added measure, I want to see if it's possible to get 10,000 Primogems in 24 hours. The rules of this challenge are as follows. You have 24 in-game hours to gain as many Primogems and Fates as possible. Once the timer is up, stop whatever you're doing and compare Primogem count. Intertwined Fates will be counted towards Primogem count, but Acquaint Fates will not. This video aims to educate players regarding your ability to get limited event characters, so removing the Acquaint Fates will be beneficial in keeping the video as realistic as possible. But yeah, that's about it really. If you enjoyed the video, like, sub, turn notification bell on, but otherwise, let's get straight into it. So as you can see, I'm on my only females account. I'm choosing to go for this banner since Yelan's banner is coming soon. And I just want to see how many Primogems I could get in order to get Yelan. So before we start, we're just going to start off with the fact that we have 722 Primogems. We have 5 Intertwined Fates. And as you can see, I haven't been on this account for quite some time. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a head start. My goal is to get enough to hit the 50-50. I believe we still need to beat it. So let me just double check over here. So we got the Raiden Shogun. We won the 50-50 in the last video. So we need to hit 89 wishes worth of Primogems. So that's like what? Quite a lot. Okay, so we are going to begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so right away, the first thing that we're going to do is to get the codes, see if there's any available. Right away, we have a few over here. So we're just going to put them into the thing. Okay, so I believe I've claimed this already, but it doesn't hurt to check. And it seems, oh, yeah, we do have it. And there's also the maintenance for version 3.4. So we're just gonna claim it. Okay, and now we go into the events tab. Just claim the rewards over here, 100 Primogems. We also get additional Primogems from the Passage of Time rewards over here. So we're just going to claim it. And there really isn't a reason for us to do this. I mean, we'll get the billet, but if you're trying to do all of this in 24 hours, none of these will really matter. And of course over here, we've also got this one Intertwined Fate for today. And of course, there is the test runs over here that we could do. Okay, so that's the event stuff done. Next thing is going to be the commissions. Alright, so the commissions are done. My next plan is to ascend the road level, since there's 100 Primogems you get for completing the Ascension domain. Before I continue, I'm just going to upgrade Keqing and her sword, because higher road level means more difficult enemies, so we need to do this to compensate for the higher enemy levels. Okay, story quest. Ooh, AR30 straight up. And it also unlocks the D-Rare event as well. But I think we need to complete D-Rare's Archon quest before we could do it. So that's what we're going to do now. Oh wait, hang on. Let me check something real quick. Do I still have the Intertwined Fates? I don't. RIP. There's still the Acquaint Fates though, but is it worth it? I don't want to accidentally roll for the gold and then it just pops out as an out item. That's the last thing I want on this account. I could roll on the standard banner and get the Stardust exchange that way, but it doesn't really add on to the Primogem count since we had to do everything in 24 hours. And it's not the end of the month as of the recording. So yeah, nah, let's just not do it. I'll leave it till some other time. Actually, let's see what do we need here. Miss Grass and Insignias. Okay. And for Keqing, it's Whopper Flowers and Purple Fragments. Okay, we'll just have to get the fragments later. And for the resin usage, today we are just going to use it on the Electro Hyperstasis. Yeah, we're going to use it on the Electro Hyperstasis. And then the 60 resin, since we have the double drops, we will use it on the essential materials for the prototype Rancor. Now I think about it, there's no need for me to spend resin since it doesn't directly grant Primogems. However, I will need the materials to improve Keqing, which if Keqing is over leveled on the content, it allows me to deal more damage and clear content faster, which is going to come in handy because I do plan on sometime during this challenge, I'll be clearing Inazuma Exploration since Inazuma's got the tree which will give Intertwined Fates. When you compare it to Liyue, which grants you absolutely nothing, and Sumeru, which requires Aranyaka to unlock and each level is 35 sigils instead of Inazuma's 25. Any other purple chunks? Oh, I think I'm short by 1. Okay, so that means in the meantime, I will just do the domains, and then once that's done, I'll come back to do this. And then once I get enough of the thing, I should be able to upgrade Keqing. Okay, so we've got a Fate here, but we're not going to use them this video. We're gonna do the Adventure Handbook, which will grant 100 Primogems when the chapter is completed. For the artifact domain, you don't actually have to claim it, you just have to complete the actual domain. So just gonna be the easiest one that I can do.
Yep.
So Mona needs Wobble Flowers in the blue chunks, and Diona needs the Cryo chunks. We still got the Mondstadt sigils that we can use, so we're just gonna buy out everything in the shop, and then that should be enough. I'm not too sure, we still need to check the Wobble Flowers. Really? Yeah, we definitely don't have enough Wobble Flowers. But at least we can up the width though. Okay, so we just desperately need some Wobble Flowers, but I'm not going to dedicate time to farm it because I don't think it's worth spending the time to specifically go for the Chapter 7 handbook.
Once upon a time, Chuchu died.
見た目はわからない。どこにいるかわからない。なんでいるかわからない。
Hello everyone, Editor Noblesse here. Since this challenge took 24 actual hours to do, I decided it would be best for me to take over and explain my thought process as the challenge continues. Surprise, surprise, I didn't talk too much because in the actual video, I didn't talk in order to conserve energy. So yeah, here we are. So as you can see, I was just going through the Archon quest in order to unlock additional content. I believe we were helping Zhongli with the Rite of Descension. It was a lot easier than anticipated since I made sure to upgrade Keqing before engaging with any of the story content. So this way, when we engage in any fights, you could literally just Keqing it and run through the content. I was able to complete Liye's second Archon quest, but this was where I remembered about the Stardust exchange and decided to use Stardust to buy Wobble Flower materials. But with Mona level 40 and the Favonius Wobble on the second ascension, chapter 6 of the Adventure Handbook is now completed, and I was able to claim the 100 Primogems and some additional AR XP. It was also around this time where I realized my team comp for exploration can be improved. As you may know, Keqing has her E which can climb on otherwise unreachable structures, and Mona has her alternate sprint which can swim through large bodies of water relatively quickly. And for the final two party members, I had Faruzan and Sayu which will grant Anemo Resonance, which decreases stamina consumption, increases movement speed, and decreases skill cooldown. Sayu being extremely useful since her E allows quick movement with no stamina consumption. Making my way to the Archon quest, I make sure to collect any chests and Joculus within reach. This allows slight Primogem increases as I go through the Archon quest. After beating Ningguang at the Jade Chamber and meeting Zhongli and Ganyu at Dihua Marsh, we get to the point where we fight Child within the storyline. However, as Keqing was relatively well built as a physical DPS, this fight was cleared with minimal issues. This also applied to the fight against Osayo, and once Osayo was defeated, Liyue's Archon quests are now completed, which now unlocks the biggest Primogem source of this video, the Lantern Rite event. Since this was a limited time event, the two things you need to know from this event were the following. Completing this event grants you 970 Primogems, and you can pick a Liyue character to join your team once you have reached a level of completion with the event, which the person I chose will be revealed later on in the video. And after spending 1.5 hours speedrunning through the Lantern Rite, I reached the 4-hour mark for the challenge. So as you can see, the event I am kinda a bit over halfway completed. This will be on day 1. Yes, I will claim these for future days as well. It will be 24 hours across a few days depending on how long this video is gonna take. And as you can see, just a lot going on over here. We'll do them in due time. I'll need to decide what to do next time I come on. But most importantly, in the Primogem count, wow, that is not a lot. Even with the event, we are not getting a lot Primogems out of it. Holy crap. This is terrible. We started off the session by continuing to grind for Lantern Rite. This for some reason ended up in me being in Sumeru, but it was worth the effort as Lantern Rite gives plenty of Primogems. Once I've caught up with Lantern Rite, I then proceeded to open a few Shrine of Depths in one start, which gave 40 Primogems each, for 3 shrines, which totals to 120 Primogems. With my Keqing at a much higher level, I then went to 9 stars, floor 3 and floor 4 of the Abyss. This added 400 extra Primogems into my Primogem collection, as well as Collei, who will be useful for Sumeru exploration if I choose to explore in Sumeru later on in the video. As I've now exhausted all of the quick Primogem sources, I now revert back to the main task at hand. Unlock the Sacred Sakura in Inazuma to unlock additional Intertwined Fates within Sacred Sakura's favor. To unlock Inazuma, you need to complete the following Archon quest. Bookkeeper Dainsleeve, We Will Be Reunited, Chapter 2 Prologue, Autumn Wind Scarlet Leaves, and partial completion of Chapter 2 Act 1, The Immovable God and the Eternal Euthymia. For Bookkeeper Dainsleeve, we went around Teyvat with Dainsleeve to track Abyss Heralds but with no actual results. However, the completion of this Archon quest got us to Adventure Rank 35, which allows level 70 level ups for our character, which will be important for later parts of the video. It was also around this time where I decided to upgrade the Dragon Spine tree. However, since upgrading the tree beyond level 6 does not grant any Primogems, you will not be seeing this tree for the rest of the video. After spending some time to play with Childish Jiang and completing Tianqiu Treasure Trial, definitely not because the quest was stuck, I then made my way to complete the next Archon quest. This quest is slightly tougher than the previous quest, but I was able to Keqing it with her E skill. And after finding a really sassy eye and fighting the same Abyss Herald not once, not twice, but 3 times, we meet up with our
你好吗?
and the Abyss Herald still manages to escape with its life, thus completing Chapter 1 of the Archon quest. We now move on to Chapter 2 Prologue, where we participate in Beidou's tournament in order to earn the trip to Inazuma. But since the Traveler is way too OP against your typical NPC, this fight was rigged to win from the start, and the Traveler earns a trip to Inazuma in record time, thus completing Chapter 2 Prologue. 6 hours into the challenge and we are finally into Inazuma, and after assisting a certain NPC with their love letter, we have escaped Rito, obtained the Traveler permit and unlocked the rest of Inazuma. Making my way to Inazuma's Archon quest, I eventually made my way to Narukami Shrine, which subsequently unlocks the most important content for this challenge, Sacred Sakura's Favor, where you can get lots of Primogem related content such as 10 Intertwined Fates, 5 Shrine of Depths key, and other useful items helpful for the account. But for now, I continue my way through Inazuma's Archon quest. The journey to Inazuma was a short and easy one. We saved an old man from prison, went to a carnival with Ayaka, and cleared a few Lyria Trunks domains before hitting the 8-hour mark for the challenge. So 8 hours in, oh, that's not a lot, bro. Oh my god, we're not even halfway there yet and we are almost using half of our time already. However, we still have the Primogems that we still have yet to collect from the achievements, so I'm going to leave it as it is for now. But yeah, hopefully we could step it out and get more.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I spent the next few hours speedrunning to Inazuma's Archon quest, which involved helping Yoimiya with her fireworks, saving Toma from the Raiden Shogun, going to Narukami Beach to meet Teppei, completing Lantern Rite to get Yao Yao from Fortuous Invitation, seeing the downfall of Teppei, going through a training arc with Yae Miko, before defeating both Signora and Raiden Shogun to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree, thus completing the Inazuma arc of the Archon quest. The next hour or so was spent to unlock the Chasm Underground and performing various exploration objectives in order to unlock the next Archon quest. I was able to get the Lumenstone gadget to level 2 before starting the Archon quest, but since the Archon quest revolved mostly around the Nameless City, having a low level Lumenstone gadget did not affect my ability to complete the Archon quest. Hitting past the halfway mark of the challenge, I now make my way to Sumeru to continue on its Archon quest, but this would prove to be my first mistake of the challenge. Sumeru's Archon quest consists of 5 sections, with each section requiring 1 hour to complete. since the Tree of Dreams does not require the completion of any Archon quest, completing Sumeru's Archon quest does not unlock anything of value, which the time spent on completing this Archon quest could have been spent on other actions to increase Primogem output. However, since at the time of recording I've been grinding for 11 hours, so I've decided to still go through with the Archon quest, which completes Chapter 3, Act 1. And after spending some time to claim Primogems from the Achievements tab, I stopped for the day and revealed the amount of Primogems earned 14 hours into the challenge. I started off the session by collecting chests around the chasm. As the chests in the chasm gave extra Primogems, I thought at the time it was a good idea. Turns out, this was the second mistake I've made within the challenge. If opening chests, you should open them in Inazuma due to the sigils contributing to Sacred Sakura's favor, which can grant additional Intertwined Fates. And since the Lumenstone gadget's level is based on collecting Lumenstones, you can make a case opening chests in the chasm is not the most efficient use of time within this challenge. However, since I had Kaching, Mona, and Sayu to carry out the exploration aspect of the game, I was able to complete the chasm in just under 3 hours, getting a good amount of chests, leveling up the Lumenstone to level 9, which grants 2 Intertwined Fates and a Northlander Billet Trove, and complete the Underground Chasm Road quest, which places our Primogem earnings to 6,758 with 7 hours to spare. With 7 hours to spare and with around 3,000 Primogems required, the situation is starting to look grim as I've already exhausted Primogem sources from the event. However, I now move on to the trump card for this video, the Sacred Sakura Favor. A place where you can earn rewards based on your exploration in Inazuma, which can grant up to 10 Intertwined Fates. And thus, for the next 7 hours of this challenge, I decided to explore as much of Inazuma as possible. I initially started off exploring in Watasumi Island, but this turned out to be my third mistake of this video, since there were contents which were gated behind higher Electroculus level, which can only be upgraded through upgrading Sacred Sakura's Favor. Upon realizing this, I decided to start from Narukami Island and work my way through the islands to its intended order, clearing every single chest I see, collecting every single Electroculus within each island to unlock as many Shrine of Depths in Inazuma with our remaining time, cleansing the island from a certain tumor, saving the Mikage Furnace from Kanzaku, completing various Trance Domains to get Primogems, claiming any rewards which may be of value, getting Primogems in the most unlikely of places, and even clearing the rain from Yashiori Island just in time to hit the 24-hour mark, and thus marks the end of the challenge. The final question: was I able to earn 10,000 Primogems by playing Genshin Impact for 24 hours? Okay, so this is it, 24 hours done. Alright, let's just have a look at the final results. So 97, 90, and 14 Intertwined Fates. So we started off 722. I think that's 10,000. I think that's 10,000. I think we did it. Yes, yes, it's done. And also we've got the Acclaimed Fates as well. We've got 22 of them. Yes, I think we started off with 0. So the 22 Fates are literally just free on top of the Primogems. So yeah. If you want to see more content like this, like, sub, turn notification bell on. But otherwise, yeah, nah, I'm done. I'm going to sleep now, dude. Oh, damn, I'm gonna have lots of fun editing this.